Today is Wednesday, July 30th, and it's time for our Q&A. Two questions today. One is a deep dive, and the other is a fun one. I mean, they're all fun, right? Amy um, wants to lose 40 pounds. So this is what Amy commented on Instagram. She said, "You have a really great body, and you seem really nice." Thank you, Amy, to both of those things. I need to lose 40 pounds. If you have any ideas, let me know. I have so many ideas, Amy. I don't even know where to start, but I want to keep this simple and doable. And the same tips that I'm going to give to Amy, who wants to lose 40 pounds, are really applicable no matter how much weight you have to lose. They're going to be simple things because this is all about playing the long game. It's not just about losing 40 pounds, it's about losing 40 pounds, keeping it off, feeling amazing. That's what we're talking about. That's what Amy wants. It's not about the number on the scale, it's about how you're going to feel. So, we are going to dive into that. And then Vinny asked, do I have an all-time favorite bikini? That's a tough one. Um, but I do have some top contenders. So let's dive into this 40-pound weight loss. Now, Amy, I chatted a little bit in the DMs. She's a couple years younger than me. I think she's around 55. I don't know the backstory, I don't know any backstory, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to give you three tips, Amy, that really cover happy, healthy, and hot. Because it's all about this brand, this message. It's about mindset, nutrition, and fitness, pulling it all together so that it works for you. Giving you the simple steps you need not just to lose the weight, but to maintain muscle and keep it off eating real food instead of some crazy rigid meal plan or some crazy workout plan that you're not going to do, right? So I'm going to happy, healthy, and hot. Happy mindset. I want you to celebrate yourself every single day. We're going to talk about this because when you have a big weight loss goal, any big goal in your life, it's sometimes it seems really far away, and we need to celebrate all the small wins. So we're going to dive into that one actually last. That's like the secret sauce. Healthy. Prioritize protein and produce. And hot, I want you to get your steps in every single day. Walking is underrated, and it's also going to get you. Hot is also about like that vibe, and we're all of that too. So let's start with the healthy because what you are putting into your body is going to have the biggest impact on your body composition. You can't out exercise a poor diet, and there is no magic shake pill or powder that's going to take off the weight. At the end of the day, you need to be in a calorie deficit, and you need to be getting enough high quality protein so you maintain your lean body mass. So the easiest way to do this is my mantra. The thing I've been saying this for I don't know how many years. Prioritize protein and produce, Amy. Build your meals around high quality, protein dense foods. We are talking beef, chicken, fish, eggs, maybe some low fat dairy, cottage cheese, and Greek yogurt if you tolerate this well. Fill in with colorful fruits and veggies. I'm not saying those are the only foods you need to eat, but they actually could be, and you'd be just fine. Um, so by eating this way, by eating protein dense real foods, you are going to find it easy. You're going to be more satiated. It's easier to get into a calorie deficit. And cravings are going to go away. You're going to find steadier energy, better mood, better mental clarity. When those cravings go away, it's just life gets so much easier. You're going to find yourself really satisfied by your food. So examples, eggs and fruit. I'm just some simple examples I'm going to throw out, like eggs and fruit for breakfast, say a tuna, a burger without the bun and a salad. I have so many, like for lunch, a big piece of fish, chicken, steak for dinner. Like just, you can really keep it that simple. But that's if you want ideas. Sorry, I'm leaning forward. I never have my stuff ready. This is the best place to start is my book, Happier, Healthier, and Hotter. High protein, low calorie, bikini friendly recipes. This is full of real food, recipes made with real food that you can grab at your local grocery store. But more importantly, the first half of this book, it's an ebook, immediate digital download, is packed with real life weight loss information. So it's going to walk you through an easy way to figure out a good like protein goal, calorie goals, gives you the simplest recipes as well as tips for when you're eating out, when you're on the road, things like that. You can eat this way whether you are at a convenience store or a five-star restaurant. The best place is always going to be in your own home where you have control over, everything. But it's eating this way means you can go, you can travel, you can go on vacation. You're not measuring things and bringing protein shakes and all of that stuff. And I'm not knocking any products in particular, but if you want sustainable weight loss, a plan that just can, it's not even a plan, it's a way of life. You need to build it around real food. I'm not I mean, protein shake, but I kind of I don't like it when it's implied that this one product is going to change your life because you know who's going to change your life? You're going to change your life, Amy. You're going to change your life with the decisions that you make every single day. And then let's talk about walking. Walking is underrated when it comes to our overall health. First of all, walking is a natural motion that our bodies are designed to do. Walking is absolutely going to burn calories, helping you get into a calorie deficit. It's going to do that without raising your cortisol or stressing your body in any way. You don't hear about walking injuries. It's also easy to you can continue to make walking more challenging by getting in more steps, adding hills, walking faster. You could add resistance with a weighted vest. I personally do that, but there's so many different ways you can do this. So prioritize protein and produce. And when you're trying to lose weight, you really are going to want to set know kind of how many grams of protein you're aiming for per day and how many calories you're aiming for per day. If you get those two lined up, you don't even have to worry about fat and the carbs and monitoring all this stuff because it's just going to fall into place. If you get the calories and the protein right, you're going to be golden. But and you're naturally going to be cutting out the crappy processed carbs. And then lastly, celebrate yourself, Amy. Celebrate yourself every single day. Yes, celebrate when you lose half a pound, 3 pounds, doesn't matter. Celebrate all of that, absolutely. But make this about all of the little victories along the way. Celebrate when you wake up feeling more energized. Celebrate when you realize you don't have the sugar cravings after dinner because you had plenty, because you had that big protein, you had that big chicken breast and you are satisfied. Celebrate that you walked more steps today. Celebrate that you hit your goal of 8,000 steps or 10,000 steps or 15,000 steps. Celebrate every little move. Remind yourself of not just the number that you want to see on the scale, but how it's going to feel. Tap into the feeling. How's it going to feel to feel lighter, brighter, and tighter? How's it going to feel to have to get to shop for new clothes? How's it going to feel when it's easier? I don't know again about much about your situation, but it's like it feels so good to feel so good. And this is what helps you stay on track, not just to lose the weight, but to keep it off and just keep getting in better shape, happier, healthier, and hotter with every passing day, Amy, because that is exactly what you deserve. Vinny's question, do I have an all-time favorite bikini? I have a lot of, that's like asking me if I have a favorite child or a favorite pet. I do have a favorite style of bikini, and that is a classic triangle string bikini. I just think it's a classic. It's sexy. It's minimal. There's nothing distracting about it. And I have two bikinis of that style that I would say are my very favorites because they're like my lucky bikinis. So the first one is a green triangle string bikini that was like $9 from Shein. I ordered it in fall of 2023. I said I wanted a fall bikini. And I was like, let's make fall bikinis a thing. And a video that I recorded wearing that bikini, I did tell this story before, ended up being my first viral video. So I had been here in the online space for 8 years. On Instagram, I had a community of about 16,000, which I was really proud of, but it wasn't really growing. And then this one video took off, which led to other things taking off, which led to my cookbook selling and all these other things. And that video, like that one thing got me from taking me 8 years to get to 16,000 followers. And that was in early November. November 2nd, and by January 2nd, I had 50,000 followers in Instagram. So, and now it's around 100. So, and then my other lucky bikini is that same style, but it's black and it's even more minimal. It's from O'Neill, which is one of my favorite brands. And that bikini took me from like 60,000 to 100,000 basically. So those two have just been game changers for me. Clearly that's my style, but that black bikini is always with me. I keep it in my purse in a Ziploc bag. It's like my emergency bikini. I'm always ready for a photo shoot. So I would say that is my all-time favorite bikini. That's a great question. Thanks for being here. Drop any questions for my next Q&A in the comments. If you like this content that I'm providing, please hit the subscribe button here on YouTube. Let YouTube know you value my content. I don't know how to do SEO and keywords and all that stuff. Someone wants to help me out, let me know. But I've done everything organically. And let's help spread the word that you can love your body and your life at any age. This is 58, no filters, at least for a few more weeks. And I hope you have a fabulous day.